Everybody, good evening to you all. Oh my God. Hi Xavier, good evening to you. Good evening, how are you doing? How are you doing, Xavier? Hope you are good. Hi everyone, welcome. Nice to see you all again. How are you all doing? Dex, I hope you're good. Alright, good to know. I'm good too. I'm very well. So guys, welcome. Hi Goodness. Goodness, how are you? How are you doing today? And how is work? How are you doing, Goodness? Okay, good to know. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys for stopping by. Please share, let others join. We have important things to discuss this evening. If you are just joining me, you are highly welcome. Welcome, guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the live. If you are just joining, let me know where you are watching me from. Okay, so today we are going to talk about a very important topic. I'm going to talk about a very important topic today. Is that your life is changing spiritually, even when you cannot see it. Sometimes something can be changing for good, but you can't really figure it out. You can't really understand it. You might just see it as normal experiences or something, but I'm going to be letting you know these 7 signs. But I'm going to be letting you know so that in case you have been in it or you've gone through this sign, then you will actually understand what it means. Okay? Yes. So, you know, the thing is that many people pray for change. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. As usual, the background noise is too much. So I hope you can hear me clearly. Please let me know you can hear me clearly. My mic is not even here with me. If you can hear me clearly, please indicate. Let me know. Hey King Xavier, can you hear me? Goodness, are you still there? Please, if you are just joining, please let me know where you are watching me from. Hi Mabel. Mabel, good evening to you. How are you doing? Let me know let me know where you're watching me from. Mabel, where are you watching from? If you are just joining me, please let me know where you are watching from. Bayelsa. Oh. Hmm. You're watching. Double tap like, share, and subscribe. If you are new here, you're welcome. If you are new here, you are welcome. I'm doing good. Nice to meet you, my girl. So today's topic is a very important one, though we're going to make it because more time. Okay, so we're going to be discussing some signs that your life is beginning to change spiritually, even if you cannot understand it, because you understand that. All right, thank you. So sometimes we can be passing some kind of experiences, like some things can be going on around us, but like some signs. But I know verse. Please, I'm sorry for the background noise, oh please. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. So sometimes, right, you can be passing through a certain experiences, but you cannot understand what it means. You may just see it as ordinary, like you may just ignore it and take it as nothing. All right, but they actually mean, hey, way. Jesus Christ, we have it. Huh? I got that break. And we have a very important topic today. God, come and help my life today because Jazzy is here. Jazzy, good evening to you. You not even don't start it still. Jazzy, how are you? Good evening to you. How are you doing? Hi, Denise. Hello. Welcome everybody. Please let me know where you're watching me from. Please double tap on your screen, like and share. You can share with at least one person. Invite somebody else to join this live. Okay, we have a very important topic we want to discuss today. Jazzy, share my live. King Xavier, share my live. The nice, please share and invite others to join. Okay, God bless you as you do so. Jazzy, how have you been? So, so today we are talking about a very important thing, things or signs you get that will make you understand or know that there is a change, that your prayer is actually your answer is actually taking place already. Okay, like I said earlier, sometimes you can be having some signs around you, but you will not understand. You cannot comprehend it because maybe you just see it as ordinary signs or something. There are some signs we can't really comprehend sometimes because we ignore too much, and we actually don't take things seriously. We understand. So that's it. We pray. Many of us are praying, asking for changes, asking for a lot of things. Many of us are praying for changes, asking God for breakthrough, asking God for healing. There are a lot of us are passing through one thing or the other. There's nobody in this life that is, no matter how rich a person can be, there's always something you're asking God to do for you. And having money is not the only, is not everything that God has to give to us, right? So no matter where anybody finds him or herself, no matter the position, whether you are a multi-millionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire, anywhere, any level you find yourself, right? There is always one thing that you will be asking God for. There's always one thing you are praying and asking God to do for you. So many of us pray for changes, many of us pray for breakthroughs, many of us are passing through halls, through difficulties, we are praying for healing, we're asking God for directions, but when that changes starts happening, sometimes we don't recognize it. You know, when all of that thing we're asking God to do, sometimes when it start happening, we will not, we don't recognize them. We don't at all. Yes, it do happen. I personally have been in that state when I prayed and asked God for a particular miracle, and then when it started happening, it now looked like some, like I didn't actually understand it immediately, but still with the help of meditation, I was able to give. Oh God, is this no mosquito? God, that big. So when the breakthroughs sometimes we are praying for, when it start coming to us, when it start happening, we don't recognize it. We don't recognize it. Hello everybody. Hi Black Leo, welcome. How are you doing? Please, if you are just joining us, if you're just joining, let me know where you are watching from. Double tap on your screen. Please double tap on your screen. Let me know where you're watching from, okay? Exactly. That is what we are going to be discussing on this live. We're going to be discussing those things, those signs that will make you recognize your breakthroughs, your blessings, your answers actually. That is what we're going to be discussing right in this live stream. So please help me to others to join. Invite others to join, okay? So one thing you need to know is that sometimes spiritual growth does not look like success at first. Have you people experienced, or have you like experienced this thing that you prayed? You are at the point of success, but it does not actually look like it at first. That moment, that first time of it didn't actually look like it, right? Have you experienced that? If you have, I want to hear, I want to know. Let me know in the comment section. Okay. Sometimes your success can look confused, like it can be confusing sometimes. Do you guys know? It can be confusing. It can look like separation. It can also look like being uncomfortable. Do you know that sometimes your success, your answers can look very uncomfortable at first though, because everything takes step by step. Exactly. So sometimes your success or this breakthrough, these answers at first looks like it can be confusing. It can look like something that will discourage you. You understand? It can make you very uncomfortable at that first time of it. It can really do. I've experienced this. So today I want us to have a deep conversation. I want you to just feel at peace wherever you are and listen, because this is not one of those live stream where I just come here, we talk, we just no. I want to share this with you, so you can actually understand how your answers actually work sometimes. Okay, so if you are just joining, please double tap on your screen and like and invite them to join, okay? And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. Yeah. So the first sign you will notice when your answers is around the corner or are already happening is that certain things no longer make you happy. Things that used to make you happy, you no longer enjoy some things. You no longer enjoy the things that you used to enjoy before. Some things that used to make you very happy or something, you now start to you know, to distance yourself from it. Do you understand? It's one of the first things that shows that your life is changing spiritually, is that some things no longer interest you. Some things will no longer interest you. The places you love to go will no longer excite you. A lot of things, the conversations you used to enjoy may no longer, fit into your life. You are going to experience this. Things you mean and things that makes you feel somehow excited, it will simply mean, okay, right. For instance, there is this kind of people that used to come, maybe a friend or just somebody or a place you used to go and have some fun. Maybe you are this kind of person that clubs, you do go to club. By the time change start taking place, by the time you start growing spiritually, all those things no longer excite you, all those things no longer interest you. This does not mean you are better than anybody. When you are at this stage, it does not mean that you are better than anybody. It simply means that you are growing. It simply means you are growing spiritually. You are becoming more aware of the real you. You are beginning to understand the reason, like some things spiritually about you. I hope you guys are getting me. So that is the first sign that you are your answers is around the corner. Okay, so if this has ever happened to you, I want to know. Let me know in the comments. If you are this kind of person that how you are very social, like you like to hang out with people every Sunday, you're always getting ready to go out and meet. It's not like it's not good though. It's not like sometimes it's good to just go outside, spend time with nature, have a good time with people. It is very, very good. It is very, very good. But if those things sometimes no longer interest you, you now see silence as peace, you now see just being alone as peace. Trust me, you are already growing spiritually. Yeah. If it has happened to me before, one thing about me is I was never social. I'm not a social person. That is number one. I'm not this kind of person that goes like I'm not a clubbing person. I'm not someone who likes to be in a crowded place. All right, but I don't like being in a crowded place. But one thing I have noticed that is related to this particular sign is that if I come back from work now, I know that I have in everything, or how do I really put that? I now see myself as though I don't want to waste time in a certain things because I have plenty things at hand I want to handle. So I just make sure I work with time. I don't know if you understand that. I work more with time, unlike before, because I have plenty things I now do. Even this YouTube is part of it, working, business, and all of that. So there are things before. Okay, let me use TikTok as an example. Like, you just come online now. I come online now. I start scrolling. I'll be online watching videos of people, all of that, and I'm going to spend hours doing all of that. I'm going to spend hours doing all of that. So, but now, if I go online now, is it that I'm going to post on my business page, or I just want to come live so that you guys don't see it as though this page have been abandoned. So now there are things I used to do before that actually waste my time that I no longer do. That is because I am more aware now. I am more spiritual, and it is actually growing. So yes, I have experienced this before, and I can tell you that that feeling, I can't really say is bad, because it is part of the growth. It's just that as you are going in life, you're exploring, there are some things you are going to drop as you journey in life. There are some things you're going to outgrow. It is still part of spiritual growth. Okay, so it is both. What I didn't actually feel bad about it. It's just that there are lessons I got from that side. Okay. Hi Leonard, how are you? So, welcome everybody. Please double tap on your screen. If you're here for the first time or you're just joining me, please double tap on your screen, okay? So guys, so that is number one. You are going to start seeing life differently. When your breakthrough is already in ground or around the corner, you are going to be seeing, is one of the signs that will make you know that you are in your answers already. You are going to start seeing life in a different perspective. Yes. This time around, you want to know, or you're going to be thinking deeper about things. You want to know more of you. You really want to know why you were brought into this world. You want to understand your purpose. You want to know your callings and all of that. So as your spiritual awareness grows, you stop looking at everything from the surface. Okay, you're going to stop looking at everything from the surface. You want to understand this thing that is here. Take for instance a bottle water now. You will want to open that water, pour it into something, then touch it and feel it. Like you want to look into things more deeper than just looking at the surface. Anything at all you see, you want to understand it better. You want to know why that thing is there, what is it used for, how does it work. Then you use it as an example and understand how it actually works. Okay, as time goes on, as you journey in your spiritual life, these are the signs you are going to be getting. When you now stop looking at things, you just stop looking at things, you want to understand that thing you're looking at. What is it inside? What is inside of it? What is it used for? You understand? So that is another thing. So that is another thing. You're going to now start seeing life in a different way. You're going to you will want to learn more about some things. You want to understand yourself better. You want to know, like you look at yourself less and be like, no, I'm not just into this life for, like, there's a reason why I am born in this life. There's a reason why I'm born here. I'm into this world. What is that thing? What exactly? You're going to be asking questions about yourself. You do more of consultation. You want to know who you truly are. You understand? So that is another thing that you are in your breakthrough. It's another thing that your spiritual life, it is growing. Okay, you want to understand your purpose. You want to begin learning, because growth actually begins when learning begins. You understand? When you start learning, that is when you start growing. Okay. If you're just joining, please double tap on your screen and let me know where you're watching from. So another thing is, you start to pull yourself, like you start to pull toward learning. You're going to you're going to start, you want to learn more about a lot of things. Somebody tells you something, even if you didn't understand, or that, like I am teaching you now, I give you a topic, and maybe you don't understand from my own side, you want to make research about that thing, you want to hear it from another person, you want to hear somebody else talk about it, so you can actually know or make more research and go deeper about a particular thing somebody taught you. Yes, you want to ask questions, you want to begin to seek wisdom instead of just information about everything. Is part of growth, is part of spiritual growth, it is part of your answers, it's part of your blessings. When you now start pulling away, like you start feel pulled towards learning, is part of your answers, is part of you becoming, you breaking through and all of that. So so guys, I hope this teaching you guys are understanding it. If you don't understand, the comment section is open, just let me know already, so I will understand that you people are following up. Yeah. So another sign is that you are going to become more sensitive about your environment. You're going to become very, very sensitive about your environment, the kind of people you hang around with, your cycle. You are going to just become very, very sensitive about it. You start noticing the energy around you. You're going to notice every energy around you. This means that you are growing spiritually. This means that you are in your breakthrough. This means that you are in your answers. Okay? You're going to notice how some conversation leave you feeling, whether it leaves you feeling empty, whether it leaves you feeling happy, whether it leaves you feeling sad. Everything, you are going to be very sensitive about it. Yes. You're going to notice how peace become more valuable than noise. In your answers, in your breakthrough, you will understand a certain thing about, like, you will understand what peace really means, and you will understand what, you know noise really means. You can be able to tell when that this is a noise and this is peace in your breakthrough. This is part of your spiritual growth. It means you are now aware, you know yourself more now, you understand yourself better, you are not confused, and you are very, very focused. So that is another sign. Then the next one is start valuing your time. You are going to start valuing your time. These are the signs that your blessings are taking place. These are the signs that you are in your breakthrough already. You're going to start valuing time. I think I've made mention of this before. I added it to another signs, but it was supposed to be separate. When you start valuing your time, it is a sign that you are in your breakthrough. It's a sign that you are in your breakthrough. By the time you know that you are not supposed to spend more than how many minutes doing a particular thing. You're not supposed to be sleeping in a particular hour or time. Yes, because as someone who is in his spiritual journey, who wants to grow stronger and healthy in his spiritual life or her spiritual life, you're going to notice that there are certain times you should not be sleeping. There are certain times that is meant for you to just be meditating, just praying, even if at all And when I talk about praying, right, it's not that kind of prayer that you need to scream your ass, you need to scream your voice and let everybody in the next street hear. To me, I think it's noise. When you start growing spiritually, when your blessings arrive, you're going to know that valuing your time is one of the best things you can do in your spiritual life. Know that there are certain times that is very significant in the spiritual realm, that you are not supposed to be sleeping. You are supposed to be in your praying ground. You're supposed to be in your meditation ground, just to spend time with God, spend time with the universe, whichever thing you believe in. There are certain times that you are not supposed to be wasting, just to be watching anything, just to be on your gadget, just to be on news, on the social media or something. All these things sometimes it distracts our mind. It distracts our focus from God. It distracts us the the thing that from the very important thing we're supposed to be doing at the moment. So by the time you start doing your time, just know that you are already growing spiritually healthy and very, very strong. That time you're going to realize that time is a gift. You realize that time is a gift. You realize that you become more intentional about everything you are doing, about everything around you. You are going to become more intentional. You'll be very focused. You will understand that every day matters. Every day, every time, every hour, every second matters in your life. Okay, so that is it. And then the number 6, well, so another one is going to be letting go. That's the next on our list. You are going to be letting go. Where are you guys? You guys see I'm live and you went away. What is the problem? Did I start this live at the wrong time? People should tell me, let me know. You are a traditional doctor. Hi, Jaja. Jaja Guinea. How are you? Where are you watching from? Yeah, I wore the same thing now. Check his and they are not the same thing. Check that color. Yeah, colorful and natural color. Okay, you want to send the natural color. Can you colorful? Check very well. Mom, I'm going to make it. Eh? Okay, so guys, okay, you are from Uganda and you are a traditional doctor. Nice to meet you. How are you doing? And how is life over there in Uganda? Okay, guys, so the next on our list is letting go. You are going to be letting go. By the time your breakthrough is taking place, letting go is one of the signs that yes, you are in breakthrough already. So if lately you see yourself letting go, because to be honest, this is one of the hardest stage. This is one of the hardest stages. You begin to let go of old habits, begin to let go of, unnecessary drama. You're going to be letting go of unnecessary drama. Somebody will just want to react a certain way or behave a certain way towards you. You already know that, no, I don't belong here. You'll be like, no, this is not what I want to do with you. I have outgrown this. No, that is going to be your language at the moment. I have outgrown this. This is not, I can't waste my precious time. Have anybody ever told you, I can't waste my precious energy or time with somebody like you? Have you heard that before? It happens. See this stage, right? I love it, because you are going to be a very different person. You are going to be a very, very different person. At this stage, you will let go of a lot of things. You will let go of things that no longer help you grow. You will let go of friends. You will let go of some certain people. A lot. I call it the hardest stage because of there are things that you'll be going. It is more like trashing some kind of old habits, trashing some kind of character, trashing some kind of behavior, including people, unwanted energy, right? Including some unwanted energy, people that is of negative energy. All these people, you no longer want them around you. They are just now like the trash, so they have to go. And I want you to know that letting go is not losing. Letting go is not losing. Sometimes letting go makes room. Letting go makes room for better things to come in. Letting go opens doors. Letting go, brings, it's just like rebirthing. Letting go is a rebirth, is opening doors for old things pass out, and then good things comes in. It's like emptying a waste bin. Just the trash that should go, and then you make room for, so Black Leo, you have a bad character. Really, you have a bad character. But then there's nobody in this life who doesn't have a side, a bad side. Yes, every human being on earth has a bad side. But see, growth is what is, necessary. Growth is what is, growth is just the only thing. How did they say it? The only thing that that matters. By the time you are growing, there are a lot of characters, behaviors you are going to drop. Yes, they outgrow a lot of things. So that is the thing. There's nobody in this life who does not have a bad side, a bad character. But you see, as time goes by, we got to outgrow, let go of them. You understand? You are all grown now in Black. That's good. Good to know. Good to know you are grown now. Yes. Everybody grows, and as we grow, we changes. We change. As we grow, we change. We let go, and that's it. So letting go makes room for something better. It makes room for something better, far better to come in. So then number 7 is you start trusting the process. The last but not the least. The final sign that you are beginning, that's the final sign is that you are going to begin to trust the process, trust the journey, have faith, you know. And you are going to do all of this even when things seem slow, like even when you don't understand where you are headed. You know, you can be doing something even with all your efforts, you still will not understand how it's going to end. You still will not understand where you are going to. But then amidst all of that, you will still trust it. You will still believe. You still trust the process. Okay? The the last but not the least is that you're going to trust the process. Alright? Is this one is very, very compulsory. You're going to, because everybody is going to pass through this one. Every human being on earth, as long as you're on this earth, you are living, you are going to get to this stage when you trust the process, even if you don't understand it. Even when you don't understand it, you are going to trust the process. Even when everything seems slow, you will trust the process. Even when you don't know where you are going, like when you don't know how you're going to get there, or what is at the end of the tunnel, whether the light is actually there or not, you will still trust the process. You're going to trust that, I'm going to this place, but I don't know how it is going to end. I don't know what is even happening there, but I trust it. Like, you are going to trust that maybe God is going to have mercy and turn everything around. This is the stage that you have no choice. The only choice you have at this stage is to trust the process, because you must trust it. You're going to have patience in this stage, right? You're going to learn patience. This is when patience comes in, because you see, everyone on this earth, right, as we are growing, we must definitely get to this stage in life when patience is all we're going to be needing. You have done the part, you've put your effort, you've done what you're supposed to do, right? But now, the results, you're going to wait. Praying, doing the waking up, going for the job interview is an arrangement. You're getting prepared. Then you are done. Then you are done. You've gone for the interview. They have interviewed you. You've done some signing on a particular project or something. After all of that effort, last, now trust and patience. Now you go get first before the final result. You must have the patience. You must wait. You must learn faith in this particular stage. Is very, very necessary. Okay, you learn to take, you learn that growth takes time, because actually growth does take time. So you have patience and you trust the process. You're going to have patience and trust the process. Hi, Beauty Fitness. Hello, how are you doing? Beauty Fitness, where are you watching from? So guys, I hope you got all these signs. I hope you got all these stages. And I want to know what you learned from this topic today. Okay, so a bit distracted. Alright guys, so now you know all this. When next you start having the signs, or maybe you're having it already, you should understand that this is what it means. This is what it means. And my best advice and best thing to do at the point is just meditate. Meditate. If at least you don't understand it or you feel a bit confused, meditation opens door of clarity. It makes you understand, like if you spend at least for 5 minutes, for those of you who always rush things, depend how busy you can be, but at least 5 things is not too much. Sorry, 5 minutes is not too much for you to just use it and focus and meditate, because meditation will help you in your spiritual life. It's going to help gain clarity when you are confused, when things are not clear, when you can't figure it out. Okay, meditation will help you. Like I always advise, get some herbs. Try as much as possible to be using incense during your meditation. Is it Palo Santo you can use? Is it sage you can use? Whichever incense that best suits you, always go for it. It's very, very important. You can meditate without a light. Always, meditate with the light. White candle, you can get it. There's no way you can find a white candle in the whole of this world. You can always get a white candle. It's not a must that you will use colorful candles. White candle is the pata of all the candles. So always get it. Whenever you're making your prayers, ensure that there's a light. There's a light burning while you are doing your prayers. There's even this one that they used to put in a cup. There are these rose candles. There are all these. You can get all of that. That one is even better. It will not stain your house. It won't, do any dirty in your place. Once you're just done praying, you just off the candle and you continue using it like that. I will even recommend that one, is very better. So, and then that incense is very good when it comes to meditation. It's very, very good when it comes to meditation. Okay, so when you pray more and meditate more, there's no way you will get confused when something is happening around you. All right, so guys, there's another thing I want to share with you again. This one I call it doors you must never spiritual doors you must never leave open. Spiritual doors you must never leave open. These are very, very serious. Sometimes people leave these spiritual doors open without even knowing it. Like, these are also things that we do sometimes that we don't even know it is how it is making a negative effect in our life. So I'm going to be mentioning it, and if you know it has always been open, try as much as you can to close it. Really affecting our spiritual life. So these things, if you have been doing them, please just stop doing it. If you know you have always been doing this, just stop doing it. Because house is not the only thing that has doors and windows. You see the houses we go, our shops, is not the only thing, or even cars. It's not the only thing that has doors and windows. Our life also has doors. Our life also has doors. It also has windows, or like our body also has all of this. So some doors allows peace to enter, some doors allows blessings to enter. Some doors of our life brings in peace, while some brings in blessings. You know, and some doors, when it is open, can invite confusion, it can invite negativity, it can invite unwanted energy, it can invite unnecessary struggles. I said our lives are also doors. It also, just like houses have doors, that is how our life also has doors. And some closed doors or open doors can either bring a negativity, confusion, unnecessary struggles, or peace or blessings. That depends. When a door is open, something must come in. When a door is open, something must come in. Let's say, for instance, our physical house, our houses is open. During the night, we should know that if the door is open, mosquito must come inside. Mosquito must come inside. So if our life is a door, like if our life has doors spiritually, it means that when it is open, a lot of things can come in, whether negativity or whether in a negative way or positive way, it can come inside. Welcome everybody. If you're just joining me, please double tap on your screen and let me know where you are watching from. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you. So our life also has doors spiritually, and anything can come in. Anything, whether peace, whether blessings, whether bad energy, it can come in as long as the door is open. So today we're going to be discussing about some things also that we should not allow to be in our life. If at all we have been allowing it, we can still correct it. Then the first thing is the doors of your words. The doors of your words. Whatever you say, whatever you speak, anything you utter matters. Any word that comes out of your mouth matters. Any word that comes out of your mouth matters as a human being, as someone who is in this life or who is in your spiritual journey. Whatever word that comes out of your mouth matters. Many people curse their own life without even knowing it. A lot of people speak curses into their own life without them knowing it. You guys don't know this. It's not only somebody you offend outside. It is not only your mom. Maybe there are people. Do you guys know that there are people that their mom have speak negative words upon themselves, upon their lives, and that thing is making that thing is really taking place. That is why you, as a mother, there are some things they should not say. As a parent, there are things you shouldn't say to your children, because a lot of children today are suffering. They are also through with their education. They are graduate, but they can't even find a job. They can't even They can't even make ends meet. They can't even survive. Their struggle is always from struggles to struggle, from one struggle to another. Sometimes it is either they cause from a family or the one from themselves. That is why I said some people have caused themselves with the words of their mouths without them even realizing it. You know, somebody will just open mouth and say some sort of negative things upon their life. You say nothing good has ever happened to you. Like some people can actually speak negatively, oh, and as if it's a talent. Like some people are so talented in it. Some things have been paying rent in your life. Black Leo, what is that? Black Leo, what are the things that have been paying rent in your life? Can you talk about it? Can you talk about it? Is this something you would want to share? So beware or be careful of what you say, of what you speak into your life. The doors of negative words should be closed. If it has been open, if you are this person I always say nothing good has ever happened to you, you are finished, I will never make it, you know, your words carry power. Your words carry power. So if you are this kind of person that have always been speaking negatively upon yourself, that the doors of that negative word is still open, please close it and start speaking life over yourself from today. Start speaking life over yourself from today. Hi OGW, how are you? And where are you watching from? Black Leo, who know you? Who know you that's hey God I beg. Okay, it's fine if you don't want to talk about it. But whatever it is, may God see you through. Okay. Then another one is the doors of business. Don't come close, oh, don't come close. Stay there, I'm busy. Okay. Okay, you are in Kenya. Alright, welcome. Another door should not be open in your mouth in your life, that even if it's already open you have to close it, is the door of bitterness. Yes, the doors of bitterness. When you hold on to bitterness, you carry a heavy heart. You carry a heavy load. If you're the kind of person that hold on too long for bitterness, it's a big load you are carrying. The thing you are carrying, it's even more heavier than carrying a house on your head. You are always bitter. It's a very big load. Bitterness steals peace, it steals joy, it steals your blessings. Bitterness, it steals joy, blessings, and your peace. When you forgive someone, it doesn't mean that you are a fool. I want you to understand. When somebody is making you angry or offended you, when you let go, when you forgive that person, it does not make you a fool. If that is what most of us used to think, it can't make us a fool. Yes, I used to be this kind of person. I know. I'm somebody that people sometimes they feel it. The people don't just understand me sometimes when I'm trying to explain myself. They are as if they are weapon fashion against me. They don't seem to understand me. All the time, maybe I have issue. I used to be that kind of person. So I feel very angry about it. Then I used to feel very bitter about it. Why is it that when something happens, when I'm trying to express myself or even speak You will not want to hear from my own side of the story. You are already jumping into conclusion. And deep down my soul, I know I am not wrong. Because I'm not a problem person. I'm not a trouble person. This one I know me for sure. You know. So when somebody displayed some madness around me and maybe somehow I got so angry and I reacted to it, and maybe the matter arises and there's somebody trying to settle the whole thing. You don't want to listen to my own side of it. Is that settlement? You just want to hear that I did this or that. Really. So then he used to piss me off. Like I will be very angry about it and now try to distance myself around people like that. I will not even want to talk to you again. Yes, I'm that person. I will not want to talk to you again because I already see you as a problem. You are a big problem, you know. So, but because of I can hold that bitterness for long. So, but even so, okay, let me say, as time goes on, I begin to understand some things better, and now realize that yes, that time you are somebody did something bad to you, you are carrying it in your mind, you know, you are not happy. There is a certain way you feel about it, or when you even see that person, you know. And then as time goes on, as I grow older, I now realize that this thing shouldn't be like this. Forgiving and letting go, this is for my own good. I mean, I never did you any wrong. I wasn't the one who started a quarrel, or even I have never plotted anything bad against anybody, or even I'm not that kind of person. I don't have the time. So now I now begin to see it in that perspective, like, okay, at the initial time I didn't do you any wrong. You were even the one, maybe because you see me as a threat, or maybe because you now see me as though I am doing better or something, just trying all possible ways to get me out of the way. So I think if I forgive you, it is your mind that is still going to be judging you. You'll be like, upon not the whole thing I did to this person, she still forgives. So I now, like, I thought about it and I understand it like that. If I forgive and let go, it is not because of you. Even your own conscience is still going to be judging you. Because at the first time, I never did any wrong. I never did you anything bad. So that is how I was able to beat this particular stage of doors of bitterness. That's how I was able to close it. So if you do me anything wrong, if you wrong me, if you hurt me, and deep down I know I never started it. So I just let it go. If I see you next time, I just say hello, how are you doing? In your own mind, deep down your heart, you can be happy because you are the one that hurts me. And then I still forgive you. So when you hold on to bitterness for a very long time, it is stopping you from growing, it's stopping good things from coming your way. It is actually, stealing your joy, your peace, and your blessings. That is what it does. So I realized that, and I said no. That door of bitterness should be closed. So if you're in this stage, if you are this kind of person, and you are still in that stage of holding onto bitterness for a long time, or that door is still open, please close it. It is not something you have to allow into your life. All right, so close that door of bitterness. This is for you. You are doing it for your growth, for your peace of mind, for your joy, for your happiness. Forgiveness does not mean you are it does not make you a fool. It does not make you a weak person. It does not make you a stupid person. Forgiveness means you refuse to remain a prisoner of the past. That is what it makes you. That is what it means. When you forgive somebody and let go, it means that you don't want to be the prisoner. You don't want to be the reason why your joy is taken away, or tempered with. All right, that's it. Then another thing, another door you should close in your life is the door of fear. Hello everybody, welcome. If you are just joining us, please hit the subscribe button. Double tap on your screen. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and God bless you. So, another door you should close in your life is the door of fear. Try as much as possible to close that door of fear. That little voice that always tell you, I am not good enough. What if I fail? What, like, if I do this, if I start this business, if I start this work, if I, like, am I sure I'm going to make it? Am I sure I am good enough for this? That is the spirit of fear, door of fear. You need to close that door. Fear has stopped many people from stepping into their purpose in life. Yes, fear. It has stopped many destinies from fulfilling. It has killed so many dreams. Fear is a dream killer. Fear is a dream killer. Is one of the biggest dream killer in the whole world. Fear. So you need to shut it. Fear will make you not want to make a move. Fear will make you not to go to try a new thing just because you are afraid of failing, just because you are afraid of what people will say. Black Cleo, the only door that misbehave for you is your eyes. How? Can you talk about that? Let me understand. How is your eyes your fear? You are afraid of your eyes? Is that what you mean? So, fear is one of the biggest dream killers in the world, because it cannot allow you to try new things. Fear cannot allow you to go to a place to explore. You are always afraid of exploring. You're always afraid of trying new things, because you don't want to fail, because you're afraid of what people will say, you're afraid of just nothing. You're afraid of the unknown. A lot of things you are afraid of. You know. So if the door of fear is open in your life, you have to close it, because it will not take you anywhere. Fear only says, what if I fail? But you see, faith, it says, what if I succeed? So you can see we are in the church and you are talking about something else. I don't understand it. So you can never move forward while fear is driving your life. If fear is driving you, if fear is the driver of the car you are inside, because this life is like you are in a bus. Coming into this life is like being inside bus, inside car. And then, what is driving you? What is that thing that is driving you? Is it fear? Is it self-doubt? Is it procrastination? You see these three things, right? They work hand in hand. Fear and doubt work hand in hand with procrastination. If this thing become your driver, if these three things I mentioned, if they become your driver in this life, you will not like yourself. The place you will get yourself, before you go just wake up like this otilo. Yes, you're right, Black Leo. So I want you to get that in your head. If you know you are being driven by fear, if you know that the driver of that car you are in, what is driving your life is fear, please close that door. If that door is open, close it. You can't make it. Like, you can't really go far. You can never go far if fear is what is driving you. You cannot. Then another door you should close in your life is the door of negative company. The doors of negative company should be closed in your life. If it is open, close them. Everyone is not supposed to have access to your life. Everyone is not supposed to have access to your life. You are being influenced by the people around you. Like the people around you influence your thoughts, your choices, and your future, whether you like it or not. Your company matters. Your cycle matters. I don't know why I don't know why I keep talking about, like, next time I have a message for you. That bad cycle always come in, because not really because I've been in a bad cycle, but because I've seen someone who has been. I'll always use someone as an example, because while we were growing up, or when I came to Lagos, I met some people. There are people I know. I've stayed in this Lagos for over 15 years. I came to Lagos in 2009. How old is that? You see, it's over. It's almost 20. I've been long here. So there are people I came to Lagos with. There are people I also met here. And then compare to now, I can tell you that your company matters. The kind of people you mingle with, you associate yourself with, they matters in your life as a person. Because if you mistakenly find yourself in the wrong company, you are gone. Your destiny is gone. Your purpose in life will be destroyed. Yes. So you have to choose wisely who you listen to, and also know what you digest. This is very, very important. So you need to close the door of negative company. They control your mind, they influence your thoughts, your future, and things about you. Is either it changes for good or for bad. Or here we're talking about negative company. When you find yourself in a negative company, there's nothing good can ever come out of it. Even if you are making money, even if you are working, you are doing a good job and you're getting paid. Once you find yourself in a negative company, that is it. You are just going to realize after 10 or 15 years that you have spent millions of naira on nothing. Like, you're just going to realize that you have been useless all the while. Your network is your net worth. Stay away from people who no get destiny. Exactly. I always say this. If you are with someone or you have a friend, if they are not contributing to your growth, I don't see why you should keep that kind of person. Your cycle should be cycle that is moving positively and doing well. then you should find yourself in a company that is adding to your growth, that is helping you grow, that is making you become a better person. Not just a company where you earn and you lost it. I mean, you earn and spend. I don't know how to put that. You're getting money, oh, but you're not even getting better anywhere. So Blank Leo have said it. Your net. Let me just pin this. Let me pin this your comment. I don't know where um Dexter went to. He's not here. Okay. So that's it. Your net worth is your net worth. Exactly. So if you find yourself in a wrong company, close that door. That is not where you should be. And then another one is the door of constant complaining. This one dey vex me pass. This one I dey pain me. You don't know how much I hate people who complains too much. I mean, it affect like, oh God, it dey disturb my energy too much. But sometimes if I find myself in a company where you always complain, like if I have a friend, I don't even have much, but at least I have just one friend that I have been with for over 10 years. For over 10 years. And I can call my bestie. Alright? But I can tell you that she's just a godsend. I know, one thing about some people is people who choose not to be complaining all the time are not doing it because they have it all. But because they understand that once you talk more of, what you swallow more of is what you're likely to become. Yes, there are people that I know they're doing businesses, they have other work they do, but things are not really going that smooth. Like okay, things are not moving that smoothly for them, but they choose to be at peace. They choose to remain calm, just do their work and pray. Like they're just praying and hoping that someday this is going to, as long as they are getting up every morning, they are going out to, walk, they're not home. You have the faith, I have the hope that someday God is going to just turn the whole situation around and crown all your efforts with success. But you see, if that door of or if that door of constant complaint is open in your life, please close it. Close it. You should not complain more than you appreciate, because a lot of people do it. Some people complain more than they appreciate, and it's very, very bad. They complain when it is raining. They complain when the sun. They complain about everything. They complain when they have little, still complain when they have much. Do you know there are people who are like that? Like all the seasons in their life is always complaining. All the seasons they are complaining, even if they have. I always say there was a time I think when I opened this channel, I wanted to name it gratitude goddess. And I have it on Instagram, but at the time I lost the page. If you search on Instagram, you're going to see it, but I lost the number that I used to open that, so it's gone. Gratitude goddess. You see, a grateful heart sees opportunities that a complaining heart can never see. I'm telling you the facts. Yes, I love that name. I wanted to make it my nickname, but I don't know why I gave up on it. A gratitude heart, sorry, a grateful heart will always opportunities coming, there will be blessing coming that someone who complains too much will never say. I have worked with someone before, a colleague of mine, that earns so much. The first place I worked, she makes more sense than me. Yes. I know she used to be a family woman. She's a family woman then. She has 3 kids. She's married. But she's seeing money. But every time, once she got paid, they will pay this girl today. She will come to work next time and start crying that she does not have money. She'll start saying a lot of things. She'll start complaining. As she went to the market, she bought a bag of rice. Then when bag of rice was 15,000, oh, hey, God, when bag of rice was 15k, things were actually very cheap then. She will go to the market, shop, buy, and then maybe because and her place of work, her place of residence is very far. She got to transport herself. But the more thing she used to do is she would go and spend that money on buying a lot of things and forget that she will still have to transport herself to work. So after that, she'll now come and be complaining. Somebody that get paid today will now start complaining the next day until the month finish. There's nothing we are losing for this girl hand. I swear. When you do like that, let me not just talk about it, but honestly, you see complaining, constant complaining, always complaining, you see, it closes the doors of opportunities. You not even know when opportunity comes. You don't even know when blessings comes because you have allowed that spirit of mentality to take over you completely. The spirit of complaining to take over you completely. So if you know you're this kind of person, you fall in this stage of constant complaining, you have to close that door. It cannot do you any good. Good evening. Hi. Tiwa week is how much? 25. 25. I can't hear you. 25. 25, that's last night. So if you know that the doors of constant complaining is open in your life, you're always complaining without ceasing, you have to close that door. You have to close that door. Close the door because okay, let us just let's go into the next one, which is the doors of doubt. Like I said before, that fear, doubt, they work hand in hand with procrastination. Yes. You see the door of doubt. Doubt is one of the greatest dream killer. Doubt, fear, they are brothers and maybe they are twins. They are one of the greatest or biggest dream killers. Many people today did not fail because they don't have talent. Many people today did not fail because they are not good enough. They quit because before they even start God, they are already doubting themselves. This thing happens to me before I wanted to own this channel. And even before I got my first job in the Chinese company, that year 2027, I was very, very small that time. I was very small that time. During that 20, if I show you my picture, you will run away. I was in my early 20s then. Yes, I was in my early 20s then. So that no 2017. Oh, what am I saying? 2017. Yeah, that was when I first worked in a Chinese company. Self doubt almost destroyed me. I look at myself in the mirror and be like, why? I told my sister, why do you want me to work in this company where big ladies are? The day I went for an interview, I was interviewed only me. I didn't see anybody. Oh. And I'm like, okay. I was going home that day very happy. But then the day the company officially opened and we have to come and resume work. So like we should come and so they select people that work there. I got there. I saw ladies. I will always tell this story. I saw ladies that are very, very fat. Fat and huge ladies, telling you. You know, fat and huge ladies. I mean, I was like Bengal, I was like fish. I was like, I don't know how to describe myself. God. But you see, I was just doubting a lot of things. I was just asking myself, can I do this with these big ladies? I was doubting my abilities. I was doubting my abilities, what I can actually do. But when I got that job, that was when I knew that it's not by size, though. That was when I knew that it is not by size because all through the time that they gave bonus, they said the highest seller of the month will be going home with the bonus. All throughout the time that bonus is in existence or was in existence, I was the one taking it. Nobody has ever sold more than me. Nobody has ever sold more than me. You see, I doubted my abilities. I doubted my future. I never believed in my possibilities, what I can do. So I always use it as an example. You see, self doubt is a dream killer. It's a future killer. Like it can destroy you without you even knowing it. So the doors of self doubt should be closed in your life if you really want to go far. Because it's not by praying, being the best in praying, being the best in fasting, being the best in meditation, being the best in waking up early to pray. If after you are done praying, if after you are done, you know, praying and going out, going out, and on your way you are doubting yourself, if you can, if you can do this thing, maybe on your way going for an interview or going for a job interview, or you have any you know um important invitation you are to, or maybe you got to meet somebody for something and you're just doubting yourself that, are you sure this person is going to give me this or something? You see that spirit of that, you need to kill it and close that door, because if you don't, you will spend all your years praying and nothing is going to happen. You will just be praying. Yes. So believe that growth is very, very possible. Believe in your abilities. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and work towards it. Everybody in this life has a dream. There's something you want. Everybody, there's something you have always wanted to do. Even if that thing looks really bigger, you know that it looks really bigger, and at your level at the moment, you're not even halfway to it, but you are you are doing something, you are working towards it. You still have it in mind and still believing. Not that you go and be looking at yourself and you be like, look at me, oh, am I sure? Believe that growth is possible. Believe that growth is possible. Believe in your abilities. You can do this thing. You see? So another thing is that the door of neglecting your inner life, another powerful one. The doors of neglecting your inner life should be closed. Close it. People take care of their clothes, people take care of their phones, people take care of their cars, but many people forget to take care of their inner life. Hi, Kata. How are you doing? Welcome. Where are you watching from? You take care of the house, you take care of the things, your material things, but you forget to take care of your inner life. Most times, step out of your comfort zone. You must not always be in your comfort zone. Comfort zone is not the only place you got to meditate. You see, have you ever tried to go to the beach, walk on the waters barefooted? Have you ever tried to go to the field, walk on the grasses barefooted? Have you ever tried to go to just on the roads and walk barefooted? As you do this, make declarations. This thing is adding to ma. Why not they hear their voice? Beach, I know be fish. Black Leo, what are you saying? See, let me tell you something. You see, nature, there's nothing to be compared with nature. There's absolutely nothing to be compared with nature. Nature is peaceful. Nature is peace. It's peace itself. The only thing is that that beach is actually very far from my house. Like I go it once in a month on Sundays. If you go there, don't worry. When I will go this time, I wish I would be like, I'm going to see people that love nature. It's not this one that they go on outings. In this particular place at Lekki, there's a place they call what is it called? You know that Lekki beach is quite very wide and long, right? But there's a particular place they call Marwa. If you go to that Marwa side, that one is specific. That section of the beach is specifically for prayers. For prayers, you don't come here and have a good time with nature. You just say a prayer. You just you know make your wishes and all of that. Yes. So it's not that one they go to flex where they will ride horses in a beach or have fun. That particular place is for prayer. they made it specifically for praying. You understand? It's a praying ground. Just come there. That place on Sunday, you not see anybody wearing beach cloth. They made it only for prayer. So it's always on every day. Every people they have prayer. This thing how they like people live there as like the way they live in the churches. Okay. So see, I want to take it as a joke though, but honestly speaking, see, nature is beautiful. Nature is wonderful. So you see, I truly recommend this one. Never you neglect your inner life. Never you neglect your inner life. The same way you take care of your clothes, take care of your house, take care of your of things around you. Do not neglect your inner life. Okay? And meditating, spending time to pray, you should not be only in the house. No. You shouldn't be only in the house. Spend time in reflection. Spend time learning new things. Spend time going to new places, seeing new places. This world is actually very wide, so explore the world. Explore this world in peace. So, okay. Spend time with building yourself. Adds to your growth. Adds to your growth. As you're doing all of these things, God is the one that is going to crown all that you do with success. Yes, God is seeing all your hustles. God is seeing all your struggles, all that you are doing. There's me, no longer pressure things, honestly. I no longer pressure things. I've worked hard and still working hard. But I can tell you that I trust the process because you cannot tell me that after all this my hustle, God will not crown it for me. No. God is not deaf, God is not blind. God is seeing all of that, and that I know. So don't forget, as you're taking care of your physical lifestyle, also take care of your spiritual life. Never you neglect your inner life. Okay? That is very, very important. I think that is the last on the list of the doors you should always or should close if they are open. That's the list. And maybe some other time we're going to share more of this. If you have any questions, just let me know. Which of these 7 doors do you struggle with the most? Do you have you like among all these doors I have mentioned? Is there anyone you are still struggling with? Is there anyone you are still passing through that you're struggling with right now? You need to close. I want to know. If you understand this teaching today, let me know which of these doors you are still struggling to close. Is it the doors of bitterness? Is it the door of fear? Is it the door of self-doubt? Is it the door of neglecting your inner voice? Which of them are you struggling? Which of them are you struggling to close? I want to know that. I want you guys to make me know that you learned something today. Sorry. Guys, I'm waiting. Tell me which of these doors are you struggling to close? Where is Xavier? God, I beg. Dexter, where are you? Where are you guys? How do I know if the prayers have been answered or the hard work is being blessed? What are the signs? Okay, so Black, you came really late, I guess, because I talked about this. Should I talk? You can talk. You can talk, Ego Ibo. Okay, your question is that how can you know when prayers are being answered or the hard work is being blessed? What are the signs? Hey, Black Leo. Like I said earlier from this live, I said sometimes our prayers, our answers, our breakthrough, our blessings looks confusing. Sometimes it can look like it looks as if it is not it. It looks as if it's not it at times. That is why meditation is going to help. When you meditate and ask God for directions and ask God for clarity, there is no way it will not make you will not understand it. There are little times there are little signs we ignore sometimes. There are little signs we ignore sometimes that actually means a lot. You understand? So sometimes when you are beginning to, you know, when you are beginning to lose interest in some things that used to make you happy, it is all those crowd. If you are a social person or somebody that likes to be in the crowd, all those things they no longer, move you. They no longer interest you. They no longer excite you. It also means breakthrough. It also means you are in your answers. When you now, try to, like, if you no longer accommodate drama, is also part of your breakthrough. All the things you prayed for is part of the answers. When you no longer want to talk too much about some things, or you are coming out of some old habits, is also a sign that your prayers are being answered. And when God finally crowns what is it called? When God finally crowns our effort with success, is always very obvious. It's always very obvious because honestly, things are going to be moving smoothly for you. Thank you so much. You went away. What happened? Are you busy? So, when God finally starts blessing you, right? At first it's going to look like it is not it. It's going to look like it is not it, but with time it will be made very clear to you. You are going to gain clarity. That one is very sure. Of course, things are going to be going smoothly. If you are the kind of person that used to feel stuck, okay, I thought as much. Next time, welcome back. If you usually feel stuck, if things doesn't go smoothly or business is not moving, or you keep losing opportunities and all of a sudden things start aligning and becoming better, of course it means it's obvious that your blessings are here already. So I hope you understand me, Black Leo. Did I answer your question? But I want you to know that confusion, you know, is also part of it at first, right? I'm talking about at first. You're going to feel confused at first. It will not even look like it. It will not look at it will not look like that blessing at first, but with time you're going to understand. And that is why in your spiritual life or journey, we always advise to have patience and have faith. You have patience and have faith, you know. So when you are working with patience and faith, you should know that if something is very, very hot at the moment, you are going to listen or pay attention. You're going to be very, it's like you should be very, very sensitive about anything or everything happening in your environment. So during that difficulties, during that confusion period, during that time that you can't even figure it out, what you're going to be applying that moment, that what you're going to be applying that, oh my god. Guys, I'm so sorry about the distractions. Somebody's making inquiries about something. So he said yes, he did. I lost 18 projects in the last 3 years. Something that was supposed to be easy and a done deal. Good evening, welcome. So Black Leo, you said you lost 18 projects in the last 3 years, something that was supposed to be easy and a done deal. Oh my god, I'm really sorry about this. 3 years ago, I'm really sorry about this. Hi, Kristen. Good evening to you. Yes, how have you been? Understand though. So, so this is real. This is real, honestly. Sometimes we are being tested by our faith will be tested. Sometimes we can be tested with a lot of things. You know, our patience can be tested, our faith can be tested, our trust can be tested, everything can be tested. But you know, this is where this is where this is where meditation can help you overcome it. During the difficult period when you are being tested, when you are in your trial season, only meditation is going to help you. That is why it's very important you discipline yourself. Discipline yourself to be someone who is who is always meditating, who will not allow difficult moments, or no matter how bad it will be, you allow it to pin you down. Okay, good to know. I'm very well too. Okay, Kristen, good to know. Good to know, okay? Nice to meet you again. So, you see, it's not really, you see, the journey of spirituality is not easy. Spiritual life or spiritual journey is not easy. A lot of things are involved in it. Keeping yourself clean, keeping yourself holy, keeping yourself, you know, keeping yourself up to God is not easy. Sometimes when we even say keep your faith alive, keep your faith alive, it's not like it's easy like that, because along the line, a lot of things will come to test and to test you. You know, many people want the testimony, but they don't want the test, which is comfort. You'll be tested. You'll be tested. We want the victory, but we don't want the battle. The battle is the main deal. You know, the truth is that before every testimony, before every testimony, there is always a test. There's usually a test first. You cannot get a testimony without being tested. Every breakthrough, there's often a season of waiting. A season of waiting, a season of patience, a season of, struggles. Before it can be celebrated, there will be tears. You go cry first. All the secret tears, all the cry and at night, you know. There are moments when you feel like giving up is the only option. Everybody have been in that stage. There are seasons when you feel like giving up is the only option. You're just tired of everything. You're tired of praying. Do you know that even some pastors sometimes are tired, like all those pastors you see on the social media? Sometimes they can be tired, though. They used to be tired of praying, but they can never tell you. Sometimes those pastors, they just wake up and they wake up, take their beds and leave their house, not even praying. These things there are times you just be battling with the unknown. You'll be on the wall with something you don't know. The whole of your body is going to be so weak. Like everything around you will be so disorganized. That moment you start asking questions, you start questioning God or whatever thing you believe in. You'll be like, what is happening? Why is some kind things befalling you and all of that? This thing happens, but some people will never tell you. A lot of people will not tell you. Listen, if you are going through a difficult season right now, if you're going through a difficult period right now, I want you to not lose hope. Sometimes I know you feel like losing hope, giving up is the only solution. But I want you to know that even at that stage, that point that you feel like giving up, God has not given up on you. God has not forgotten you. If things are not moving just the way you want it, if things are not moving towards direction or according to plans, things are not moving the way you expect, it doesn't mean that God is not working behind the scenes. It does not mean that God is not working behind the scenes. Yes, sometimes God allows challenges to build your strength. It is through challenges you gain strength. It is through challenges you build strength. There are some things that will happen if you are if you are sensitive enough, if you are intelligent, if you're wise. There are some times you should be thanking God, like you should be thanking God that you got to pass through some things. There are sometimes you should even thank God for the difficult moments, the days you struggled, the day you suffered, the day you cried, because those things actually added. They are part of growth. But a lot of people don't realize it. During that time, your patience, your wisdom, and I mean, during that time you were having patience, things were not moving the way you expected. There is something God is giving you that moment, but you don't realize it. You don't just notice it. You understand? Earlier last year, there was a time I stopped working in a Chinese company. That company was the first one I worked. I stopped working there. And I'm like, let me see if I can own a business. And just along the line, I learned a lot of things. You see, they used to say that experience is the best teacher. There are some things experience will teach you that even if somebody is telling you, like if I sit you down and be asking and be telling you like, don't do this thing. If you do this thing, you are going to have this kind of experience or something. This will happen, that will happen. Sometimes we cannot grab it. Sometimes it actually looks like we are trying to stop you or somebody is trying to stop you, which is yes, because I understand that everybody has different destiny. Everybody. What did not work for this person might work for you. What worked for you might not work for another person. That is how life is. I believe in luck. I believe in blessings. I believe in miracle. It does happen. So because of all the belief and everything, that is why sometimes we want to try what somebody else have tried, even if that did not favor that person. We want to see if it is going to be our own luck. Life is a game of luck. Life is a journey. Reality must hit. And when that reality hits, you want to ask yourself, what did you get from what happened? You should focus on I mean, just pay attention. Be sensitive enough to understand. This is not happen. It's teaching you something. There's a lesson from every experience, from everything that happened. There's a lesson. You understand? So every difficult period, difficult moment, there's something coming out from it. There's a lesson you got to learn from it. And the experience is always something that you experience by yourself. You cannot compare the understanding. Like you can't compare your experience, the one that you experience by yourself, from someone else's experience. You have to pass through it before you can understand the feeling. You understand? So that is why you see a lot of people they don't even waste time in talking to people anymore. Don't waste time in advising people anymore. They just allow you. They will be like, no, you go learn. You will learn by yourself. You will learn new things. You know, within the space of 2 years or a year plus, there are lessons I took out. You know, there are experiences I passed through, and I took something from it. And trust me, as someone who always likes to share experience, even if you're not going to learn from mine, I will always say it. I will always tell you, a year like this or a time like this, so thing happened. This is what I learned. This is what it taught me. You know, this is what it taught me. This is what it taught me. This is what it taught me. Okay. So, it's just like this. You think about it, you see it as a seed. When you're planting a seed, as someone who have prayed, you're asking God for a particular miracle, and it still haven't come to existence. It hasn't been granted. I will always say, there's no prayer which have been sent to the universe that will ever bounce back. It's not possible. Our prayer does not bounce back. The only thing is that you send it, God accepts it, and then look at it. Is it the right time I'm supposed to deliver this? Is that the right time? That is how God sees it. So look at it as though it's a seed. Before, when you plant a seed, it grows. During the time it is growing into a tree, you're going to water it. You're going to, you're going to show some care, some maintain it, so that even during summer, when everywhere is very hot, during the hot weather, right, you're not going to be watering it. Yes, you're going to be watering it so that it doesn't get damaged, right? So that is how that time that you are planting a seed, you are watering it to grow into a tree. What do you do? Is it not patience you're going to have? The patience you go get now. It cannot grow into a tree overnight. It's going to take a process. Yes, it's going to take a step by step. So that is how life is. Anytime that your life feels slow, when prayers seem unanswered, when people do not understand what you're going through, God may be preparing you. That moment, God may be preparing you, or preparing something greater than you can even imagine. There are some blessings I actually look at these days and be like, wow. Sometimes I just lost of words. Hey, big rats. So those time that you're passing through difficulties, when nothing really seems to be going the direction you expect, God may be preparing something greater than you are even expecting or you can even imagine. Yes, that is how it works. So don't allow temporal problems to make you forget God's promises, because every problems are temporal. Every conditions, bad conditions, situations, struggles, they are all temporal. Yes, they are all temporal. So you don't allow that to make you forget the promises of God. You don't allow that make you lose hope. You don't allow that make you lose faith in God. You don't just allow the difficult seasons to, because it doesn't allow forever. It does not last forever. Difficult seasons can never last forever. Storms end. storms ends. So if at all you're praying and it seems unanswered, or it seems like you don't even understand anymore, what you need at the moment is to have faith. Because last now faith you go have. You can't even fly to heaven to go and collect that blessings by yourself or by force. Because I always tell you guys this thing. If you're praying for a particular miracle and it is not coming, does not mean that God is not doing something else. God is not giving another miracle. You know, just align yourself. You will understand. If God is not giving you this one, He's giving you another thing. He's just giving all of that at the right time. Your own way is not the same way of God. The way you understand your own time and blessings are not the same way God understands. God knows the right time to do His thing. It is you who don't just know. God knows the right time to do to give His blessings. Okay. Wow, this is 2 hours. Oh my God. I've tried to. So no delay can be denial. Trust me. No delay can be denial. With no wait, all your wait can never be wasted. If you feel you don't start you don't start. It's a big rat. Did you just run across the shop like this? Thank God doesn't. Not big rat like that. God help me. Maybe he wants to listen to our teaching tonight. Is where. So whoever that is watching me, I hope this teaching blessed you tonight. I hope so. So whatever the chapter you are right now is not the end of the story. The story is being written. That's been written. Your breakthrough may be closer than you can ever imagine. You can ever think of. Okay, so your answers may be closer than you can imagine. It just to yeah, your testimony may be around the corner. Just I always say, when you pray for something, prepare for it, because it must come. God, I beg. Black Leo. So so black is what's it called? Rat is a village people. So yes, so I want you to hold on. I want you to stay strong. I want you to stay faithful. I want you to keep your faith alive. Keep trusting God. Trust God completely. Yes. Trust God completely. God, trust God even when things are hard. Trust God even when you don't have your answers. Yes. You know, one day you will look back and realize that every challenges, every storm, every disappointment, and every delay has been part of the process. You know, it has been part of the process that brought you to your testimony. Do you understand? All of the things, all of those struggles, they have been part of the struggles or part of the process that brought that testimony and success to you. Yeah, so all I know, one thing I know for sure is that all those tests that we used to experience, they can never destroy us. The test comes, but it does not destroy us. It develops us. Yes, it develops us. It helps us grow. Okay, so thank you guys so much for your time today. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I am deeply grateful. Okay, so I'll see you next time. You all, bye for now. Hey Xavier, bye. Take care, Black Leo. Bye. See you guys some other time. Stay blessed always. Bye.